Hey team, hope you're all doing well. One of the athletes that I coach wanted me to make a video on double threshold training, and if you're in highly if you're in superior shape, double threshold training is a must. Okay, this is something that I did routinely over the years, training for my own races, whether they were indoor track races, outdoor track races, or road races. One thing I want you all to keep in mind when you're thinking about doing double threshold training is, first, make sure that you are in great aerobic shape first. First, lay that foundation of mileage between 3 to 4 weeks, at minimum 2 weeks, running easy, relaxed mileage first before you start experimenting with these types of workouts. You want to make sure that you've even done several weeks of anaerobic training. You've done hill repetitions. You've done some light track workouts, road sessions. You've done some fartlek workouts. But double threshold training, examples of doing double threshold training is like maybe doing like 5 2,000 meter repetitions in the morning at threshold effort, and then in the evening running maybe 10 to 12 1,000 meter repetitions on the track or on the roads at threshold effort. Okay. Another example would be maybe in the AM doing 25 400 meter repetitions, and then in the PM doing 5 2,000 meter reps or five lap repetitions on the track at threshold effort. Okay, so you're not going to have a lot of rest in between each one of these types of intense workouts. Several hours you'll get. But again, doing a double threshold training workout probably every other week, not doing it every single week, unless you are in superior shape, I would recommend for athletes that are highly competitive, in phenomenal aerobic as well as anaerobic shape, and aiming to get a new personal best in their chosen event. Double threshold training will definitely teach the body to improve its lactate tolerance, and that is the key. As we're training at faster paces, lactate builds up much quicker, and so we have to make sure that the faster we run, the more oxygen that's required, the higher lactate is built up. So if you're patient with yourself and you gradually spend longer periods of time training at your threshold effort, and you're doing if you're training longer periods of time even at your tempo effort, and again, tempo effort's going to vary. It's slightly slower pace than threshold effort. Threshold pace is around 15 seconds slower than race pace, versus tempo run pace, which is around 20 to 25 seconds slower than race pace. Both are intense. Both are you're producing higher amounts of lactic acid. You're running at much higher heart rates versus running at very easy aerobic paces where you can run for several minutes to several hours running at aerobic pace. But if you're not spending a higher percentage of your weekly volume, your mileage, running at paces that are significantly faster than your goal race pace, in this case VO2 max, or running at paces that are just about as fast as running at race pace, which is your running at threshold pace. If you're not doing that effectively, and you're not doing it often enough, and you're not doing it consistently enough over a long enough period of time, if you're training for a longer race like a marathon or a 5K or 10K, you have to start thinking, okay, is a 4-week buildup going to produce the results I'm aiming for, or would a longer buildup, maybe 16 to 24 weeks, be best? I always recommend a longer buildup. You have much more time to prepare. And to do a double threshold training workout, you have to make sure that you're focusing on a long-term vision. You have to know that doing like 6 1 mile repetitions on the track in the morning, and then going in the evening and doing 10 1,000 meter repetitions on the track. You don't get into that type of great fitness overnight. So you have to make sure that you're being patient with yourself. So the key thing with double threshold training is it's going to make you much faster in terms of your overall pace. You're going to be able to sustain your race pace, provided you're running easy and relaxed on your recovery days, and you're providing ample time for your body to adapt to what you're throwing at it. It's already hard enough to do threshold training or VO2 max workouts once in a week, but to do a double threshold training workout where, again, you're doing a track workout in the morning or maybe like a tempo run in the evening, make sure that you're giving yourself minimum 48 hours of recovery after doing a double threshold training workout. Okay, even if you're not in your 40s like me and you're like in your 20s or 30s, you're going to still need about 2 days of recovery, because doing 2 very hard anaerobic workouts in one day will definitely require you to make sure that you're paying attention to your recovery. Okay, some athletes can probably get away with 24 hours of easy jogging before they start another workout, but my recommendation, especially if you're doing double threshold training, is to make sure that you're providing enough time to adapt to what you're throwing at your body. Okay, because the real benefits of our hard training is going to happen in the recovery phase. In the recovery phase, it's when you're resting. Okay. Yes, you want to make sure you're stressing your body. You're not going to run faster over the mile, 1,500 meter, 3K, 5K, marathon distance, whatever race you're going after. You're not going to be able to adapt to double threshold training if you're not paying attention to your recovery and jogging, slowing down, backing off on those easy days. That's why I always stress to athletes, regardless if they're beginners or they are elite level athletes, look at what the top runners do. Okay, a lot of the world-class runners I've trained and lived with over the years, they jogged. I mean, literally a child could run next to them on their easy days. Okay, these are athletes that could run well below 2 hours and 10 minutes for the marathon, who could run under 4 minutes for the mile, 60 minutes for the half marathon or faster. They jog on easy days. There are others that still run at faster paces, but in most cases, and most of the athletes I've trained with over the years who were much faster than me, who made numerous Olympic teams, they taught me the importance of slowing down on your recovery days so that you can do double threshold training workouts. You can do those 2K reps on the track and then come back in the evening and do 25 400 meter reps on the track. Okay, but again, you're going to have to be patient. Okay, double threshold training can definitely be implemented into your training, but if you have a coach or you have a training plan, I would advise first build that aerobic base fitness first. 2 to 3 to 4 weeks of easy running with strides thrown in 2 to 3 times per week, 5 to 6 100 meter strides during that aerobic phase. Just focus on easy, relaxed mileage. Focus on doing those strides where you're working on your leg turnover, working on your form, just introducing the types of intensities that you're going to eventually be moving into as you progress in your buildup, because the training is only going to get harder. But the good thing is when you're doing strides, you can continue to do those strides throughout the week, not only in your aerobic phase, but also as you go throughout your training, and do those strides on top of all the other workouts you're doing. And when you're doing those strides, you're running at paces that are much faster than goal race pace. So again, all that builds on top of each other. Every workout you do gets you one step closer to your end goal. And so, Nate, in terms of your question about double threshold training, we'll start implementing that for sure into your workouts, because you have been doing some anaerobic workouts. You have been doing your long runs. You have been doing fartlek training. You've already built your aerobic base. So we're going to eventually start implementing that in the training for February and March as you go into your goal track races and into your goals on the roads as well. So we will start implementing those. So get prepared for sure, Nate. I know you're ready for it already. But in terms of double threshold training, I hope this video is helpful for all of you who were just thinking about, how can this help me as an athlete? What should I be thinking about? What should I be doing first before I start moving into double threshold training? If you have any other questions about this topic or any other topic related to track and field or road racing or cross country, leave me a comment in the comment section below, and I'll definitely respond back to you. If you're new to this channel, I welcome you to the team. Hit that subscribe button and the bell icon so when I make new videos, you'll be notified of it. And if there's anything else I can help you all out with, feel free to reach out to me. Definitely look below these videos as well as on RunDreamAchieve.com. There are resources there to help you get a new personal best in your particular race distance. And I wish you guys and gals all the very best in your training and racing, and I will talk to you all in the next video.